All right, ladies and gentlemen, and we're back for another FFT Onion Knight Plus AI battle. That's right. So we'll introduce the units. They're the same teams as before. Well, with some alterations. We'll get to that in just a bit. But yeah, let's just introduce the units for each team. So on top, we have CasualLounge made by me, and then another team, but I just called it Monster Galore. So for CasualLounge, we have Lemoning, the Onion Knight. You have me, the Knight, Hammerfen, the Archer, Insanely, the Priest. Now for this monster team, we have Chubby, the Onion Knight, Buck, the Dark Knight, Bacon, the Taiju. I should have changed his name, but that's all good. And then Black Feather Zero, the Wizard. Man, I've been just kind of indecisive with like the equipment list. So before I get into the particular units, like one of the things that I've been kind of trying to contemplate and figure out in terms of like the math and all that is that like you want to try to find that balance point between monsters versus like just generics, the humans. And so what I did with the item list, and you can check it in the description below, is I basically made it so that the player has access to Chapter 4 armor. So heavy armor pieces, light gear, robes, so on and so forth, but their weapons for the most part stay the same. I did throw in a couple exceptions, like I threw in the fairy harp, just because the formula is MA times weapon power, so like the less conventional weapons. And yeah, so I've been trying to find that balance. Basically, with a few exceptions, it's pretty much Chapter 3 weapons with like a couple more here and there, and then it's mostly Chapter 4 gear that you get in the shop. Purchasable armor. So as for some of the unit designs themselves, one of the clever things I came up with, because I forgot made a change, is so Blood Sword is in the original game, right? It absorbs HP. In addition to that, from the base game, I also did that with Ninja Edge, too. So both of these can absorb HP, and the really clever thing is if you get Sunken State, that's transparent. So you have a 100% chance of healing up. So if somebody attacks you, Sunken State triggers, and then the Onion Knight can walk up and then get basically 2 shots off and heal himself close to full. But yeah, so that's not, even without any PA boosting gear, he's still got a shit ton of PA. Again, Onion Knights are just like super generics, and obviously the one offset is they only have one skill set, right? They don't have anything else. But I did allow a couple perfumes. Salty Rage I was contemplating, but Permanent Protect, Permanent Shell. I think the Chantage I also allowed, which gives up permanent regen, but it gives out only initial re-raise, so you're not immortal. And then I buffed the HP of these items overall, so you can see like the rubber costume. It's a little less HP from the original game. It's still a lot for survivability. Allowing the Feather Mantle to Banding combination, so now she's got 80% frontal evasion, or side evasion, I should say, without character evasion. And then, yeah, I mean, instead of talking, let's just see it. You'll just see the action in play. Yeah, let's just kind of get right to it. I'm not going to spoil kind of like the win-loss ratios of like both teams. I will say that there is back and forth depending on the map. But some of these changes, I'm not sure how this is going to go. Oh, I'll mention one thing with the Taiju. So this guy, the Tier 3 trees, Spirit of Life is a 5 range, 100% raise 2. And it's 100% chance of hitting. That's the one gimmick with the Taijus. Yeah, so they pretty good reviver. Let's just say that much. St. Miron Temple, large map. I'm guessing this is the one with right before you fight Cletian Rofel, right outside? Yeah, okay. Alright, so there's our glorious female Onion Knight in her original color, representing the red palettes. And then we got our team in yellow. So some of like the original colors from the base game, they're very similar as is, so I left them as the way they are. Oh, wow! Jesus, look at that. And then I put for yellow, the Dark Knight's the same. That ability, Nature's Blessing, either uses it either casts Reraise or Haste on someone. And the AI loves casting Haste, so they're just going to spam the shit out of it. And the AI also, because I changed some of the AI coding, they love casting Protect, Shell, and Regen too. Now this ability, Wall, it also costs 60 MP as well, so it's not like they can spam it indefinitely. And this is a good practice, in my opinion, with changing some of the AI, because as you can see, you just mitigated a good chunk of that damage. Interesting use of damage split right there, but yeah, interesting use of damage split, or sorry, you know, that it just saved their life right there. That auto projectile shell just mitigates so much, but that was my point. So it just reduces the damage output as these guys go into it. Because the AI before, they would only use protect and shell if the AI was less than half health, but now they're using it in a more efficient manner. So that was one of the AI changes, attributed to a guy named Doku Rider. So you can thank him for that. Secret Fist does not hit this time, a little bit too bad. If he can get transparent, he can go for 2 melee shots. Oh wow. Rushing below, any stop rocks? No. No stop rocks whatsoever. That's a little bit unfortunate. 330, I'm guessing that's like a... I don't know. I'm guessing that's like a charge plus 11 or something. Usually the AI will go for a spell, like the charge skills, before the following unit gets their turn in. They're not going to go for a charge spell if the AI is able to get it first. Any interception? No. Okay. So that charge is going to go off guaranteed. Nice use of stop. Now, the thing about Taijus is they have a tendency just to sit in the back line like this, which is not always the greatest thing. 120. Oh, he didn't have enough HP. That's too bad. Now there's going to be a sense of urgency, and you're going to see that the AI is just going to actually charge for it. At least they should be. Alright. Defend, pretty interesting. But a Berserk is just going to instantly shut down that wizard, and they only have a bag, so they're not going to do a tremendous amount of damage. Raise? Yep, not too bad, but that Onion Knight should... Yeah, Onion Knight's going to go down. If they can get in the range, they can go for 5-man, or 5-range attacks. Let's see, though. He just got a turn in, unless that... I was going to say, unless that priest can get a turn off first, but that did not come into play. Thankfully, that missed right there. With all these re-raises, it helps them stay alive a little bit longer. The trees can actually do some good damage, and it's considered magical too. So that's why it's not doing. That's why it did some decent damage. It's considered magical, not physical. And it also has an AOE, and it also has friendly fire as well. So it only targets. Or it doesn't have friendly fire, so it only targets enemies. It does not target allies. That's too bad. TT save, and now he might go into range. Let's see. He's gonna go up for it. Yep, there it is. 100% chance. Yeah, but you know, once units get into the face of the Taiju, then they'll start doing some major damage. But for the time being, they pretty much won't. Is he dead? Yep. And that archer, you know, he's not too far away. He's by his priest. Priest should be able to get in range, but the Dark Knight is kind of out of position. But yeah, they're kind of spread out a little bit. Yeah. So, see some decent damage? No, but a haste, not too bad. With some survivability right here. Now, do remember, he doesn't have martial arts, and he doesn't have much of PA. He doesn't have any PA boosting gear at all. So, even though the damage isn't going to be a tremendous amount. Death sentence? Alright, now he's really far away from the rest of his team. Yeah. Final turn for him. Yeah, and like I said, that's the Blood Sword and the Ninja Edge right there. The Ninja Edge also has the ability to heal. Obviously, you know, it's going to be less damage than like a PA boosted martial arts user or whatever, but it's still an innovative way, I think, of being able to deal with stuff. Yeah, and this female Onion Knight is going to town right now, but do remember that the Taiju is right there just to use instant revival. It's most likely going to go off. We're going to see Abyssal Blade, and he stops. No stop rock. A little bit too bad. So yeah, here it goes. But you know, I think this will make monsters a little bit more appealing. And now here's the transparent I'm talking about. So the male Onion Knight should be getting his turn off, and now he's got a 100% chance of getting a double heal. So you'll see it right now, right? 168, 198, what is that, 366? So he basically just healed back to full because of that, from that damage from before. So, you know, trying to get a little bit more creative, but that's the power of Onion Knights. You can just be a lot more innovative with your designs. Yeah, with them being so far, Now, if you're wondering why he got a heal there, it's because the Dark Knight has a lightning shield. I basically replaced the Thunder Shield from the original game with Lightning Shield. So there's a little bit of synergy. And that's the AoE I was talking about right there, doing magical damage, and it does not have friendly fire enabled. Yeah, but look at that, 366 damage. That is a tremendous amount, especially if you attack someone from behind, they have no evasion whatsoever. Like, if they don't have a mantle or anything. Yeah, but that... Oh, it's over. Shit. I was going to say that Archer is really out of position, but yeah, so I think the Archer just got way too far away. Or actually, everybody else progressed and left him behind. Let's go to... We're going to see, obviously, just the comparing and contrasting between the maps. Let's go to Frog Hill. It's possible that we'll see some spells from the wizard. I'm not sure, though. Well, I mean, I'm not sure if she'll use wall first turn, because normally they'll go into... they're doing damage right away. Mimic Daravon, double Mimic Daravon. We might see an Esuna. It's hard to say. 555. Oh, that's probably a Cherche plus 15. I wonder if that Taiju's in the way to body block, or if it'll arc over his head. It's hard to say. CT save, not too bad. And with the haste, he's more likely getting his turn off. We might see some Esunas here. It's hard to say whether she's going to go for damage, this wizard, or if she's going to heal her comrades. Toad! Oh, shit! Interception? Yes! Oh, that was amazing! Holy shit! Oh, wow, I did not expect that at all. A double Toad, yeah. That's short charge for you. And that was originally, you know, Frog in the original game. I just renamed it Toad and made it AoE. Wow, that's a nice interception right there. Really clever. Yeah, haste, awesome. She gets more turns. A kill shot? Wow, he actually broke it at 15%. And I believe that was the rubber costume, so she just lost 110 permanent HP. She's a lot flimsier now. But yeah, there's two frogs though. Now the knight, he could go for stigma magic, but he's opting not to. He's not doing that right now, and he should. Unless we get like a berserk to cancel. Ah, that would have been nice. Fortunately, that didn't come into play. Any stops? No damage split? Yeah, pretty good. Yeah, that's pretty strong. Let's see. Hold on one sec. Yeah, I wouldn't have killed him either way. But that double frog, oof. Bit of a disaster right now. Yeah, that was just so vital. Now I'll say one thing about the ice, like the Black Wizard spell. I know I'm going to interrupt, but let me... actually, I'll let it play out, and then I'll talk about the skill set right after this battle. Basically, there's only level 1 and level 2 spells, but those spells, in this, at least in this mod, they're the equivalent of, like, the level 2 and level 2.5 spells in terms of damage. That's basically what they are, so I'll explain that in just a bit. Back to full health, but do remember she lost that rubber costume, so she's got a lot less health, and the archer being out of the way, it might be a little, might complicate things. Any stops? No stops. Auto potion, not too bad. Couldn't see what he broke there. Let's see if her health is lower. Yeah, so she's lost her armor too, her headgear and her armor, so she basically is naked outside of her weapon. Protect 2, alright. Awesome. Any... Yeah, 20%. The odds are so low of that triggering. Taiju's kind of doing its thing right now, just playing playing on the... playing defense, so... it's too bad. But it looks like as if this monster team is kind of prevailing here. Yeah. Very unlikely for that to trigger. Spin Fist? Nope, still doesn't trigger. Any death sentences? Now, the reason why I gave her talk skill is because with her high MA, it's going to increase the hit rate of this. Since talk skill relies on MA for its formula, the higher the MA, the higher the percent chances are going to be. He finally does get a Spin Fist off. The things are definitely a little bit different. That frog is just significant. He broke her weapon too, so the only thing... she has left as her mantle, and it can't get stolen on me, or can't get broken. It can get stolen, but she doesn't have it. So they're just gonna systematically take down this knight. But you can see that the AI is just really happy using haste nonstop. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like his shield was broken too, so... Wait, hold on. I want to see. Did he get it? I don't ever remember him getting his shield broken. Oh, that's right. He's got 2 swords. I'm being a dumbass. So, yeah. Alright, death sentence, but... we're just kind of waiting for a death sentence, and that MP heal might be a little overboard, but... that's what all the trees have, by the way. Magic spirits, so they can all revive just like that. But despite this being a... Basically, for the majority of this round, despite it being a 2v4, they're hanging in there, but that's the kind of the... Again, the survivability of just knights in general, having a knight defense up, so they're far more of a threat. Yeah, so... Wow, it looks like that didn't go through. This knight is kind of prevailing. Unless we get like a frog? I'm not sure what she's going for right here. Bolt 2? Oh, and she was trying to heal herself, but the Mantle kind of kicked into play. Do remember that the elemental spells are subject to evasion, so there is that. Now, these re-raises are pretty clutch, but really once the snake goes down, or at least he should be going down, it'll be over. But he can only do single target damage. 80 is not a tremendous amount. And now remember that Wave Fist in this mod is Wind Elemental, so he couldn't use Wave Fist on her, Earth Slash, because the wizard would heal up everything. They can only have Holy, they absorb all the other elements. They're, you know, they're like the master, all the elements. Yeah, I mean, just, it's not just fire, lightning, and ice. I figured it'd be better for everything, yeah. So, once we get like a death sentence or like a stop rock, because if we get a stop rock, then he's not going to be able to use damage split, regen, and move HP up. It's really obnoxious combination to deal with. Yeah, you just lost all your evasion because of the charge. But all it really takes is just like a simple stop, or even a death sentence, because he has no death. Actually, no. I kind of forgot about it. So he's got the crystal helmet, I believe, and the crystal helmet makes you immune to dead in this mod as well. So even if it gets death sentence, he won't die instantly. But this is pretty much the only thing necessary. So get some spells off, get some damage, 2 shots in. Yeah, so he should be dead here. Yeah, and reflect, not too bad from that Cherche. So with that, we're going to go to a tiebreaker. And I'll just mention it kind of before. So what I was trying to get at with the wizard skill set. So fire is basically the equivalent of Fire 2 in the original version. And then Fire 2 is basically like, it's like basically Fire 2.5 in terms of strength. So this version of Fire 2 is basically Fire 2.5 from the original in terms of overall strength. Toxic, oil and poison. Oil makes you weak to all elements. Poison, it takes away your reaction ability, Toad. And I banned Dark Holy and Flare in combination with Short Charge. Same with Holy too, because just being able to do snipe spells and not being able to combat it all is just kind of a bitch. So, alright, we're going to go to tutorial 2 for our tiebreaker. Alright, so we're going to press start, skip all this shit, and then get right to it. So, the Brave is kind of nice, but he's probably, no, 375. Oh wait, even if he gets, alright, the re-raise is pretty good. The haste, I don't think he'd be able to get his turn off before the archer's charge shot went off. I could be wrong. Abyssal Blade does not kill him. Alright, cool. We're probably going to see a chakra heal, yep. So he gets he's going to heal up about 1/3 of that HP the Dark Knight inflicted on him. Now, another Toad? Let's see. Oh, shit! Oh, and there's no... Oh, here we go. Here's that transparent I was talking about. Ignores all that evasion. That's a 309 HP heal. And now it is basically over because, again, she's got talk skill. Wow, so that's just how turn order proceeds. Like, imagine the wizard got her turns in before all the other units. Yeah, but that was just the perfect lineup. Those Toads are really... That's a nice way to intercept, like, charge spells and damage and all that shit. It's a very clever use right there of Toad. I love it. Yeah, this again, it's permanent 4v1. She's not going to be able to do it, especially with the Taiju kind of countering everything with Reraise. Because even if they get KO'd, the Reraise will just kind of cancel. Well, not cancel it out, but they'll just pop right back up in reaction to it. Ooh, a 371 HP heal. So, toxic. Yeah, poison and oil. Obviously, oil making it so that he's taking twice as much damage from elemental shots. I also strengthen poison as well, so that way, poison, I think it takes 1/4 of your health. I can't remember the exact percentages, but it's a lot stronger. Alright, well, with that said, I will see you guys for tomorrow's video, and I'll say it for all the Americans watching, happy early 4th of July. And I might be streaming tomorrow too. I was planning on doing so today, but I had to deal with some quality of life stuff, so. With that said, I'll see you guys around. Alright, have a good one.